folks that actually signed the letter, who had the guts, Florida Congressman Greg Steube. Congressman, thanks for coming on the program. How you doing, brother?
Good. How are you? Good to be on.
I'm glad to hear that at least 32 of you had a backbone and said...
Well, when I saw that number, I was like, there was only 32 of us that signed that letter, so I kind of join you in that sentiment.
Yeah, that's the number that my team looked up and found this morning. I don't know if it went up bigger before the letter made it to their desk. Great, but still not enough. I mean, 435 members. We've got almost half of that. That's it. Why aren't Republicans, Greg, standing on the steps demanding that fence come down and the troops go home like right now to Miss Nancy?
Yeah, you know what's crazy is my constituents haven't been able to meet with me for over a year. So if you're a constituent anyway, if you're an American and you want to come and visit your member of Congress, you can't come to our nation's capital, set up a meeting and come into the Capitol offices and meet with us. First it was COVID, now it's been January 6th, and we had the fencing and the razor wire all the way around the Capitol complex shortly after, for months after the riots that we had up here. And the fencing is still around the Capitol area, and we still don't have visitors that are allowed and permitted to be in the building. I say we take the National Guard troops that we have here and send them to the border. So we want to have National Guard troops here defending nothing, because nobody's up here except members of Congress and our staff, while thousands of illegal immigrants come across our border. Terrorists have been apprehended, drug lords, you name it, has been coming across our southern border, yet our National Guard troops are stationed here in Washington, D.C. to prevent law-abiding citizens to come and visit with their members of Congress.
That's because Nancy and Chucky got scared on January 6th, and they need their armed security and their walls, even though they don't want us to have guns or a wall at the southern border, Greg. That's why. Second question to you. Got to throw this one out there. The pipeline. The company paid a ransom, and this administration, I saw the president dodge the question and say no comment on Friday. This administration must have gave the go-ahead for an American company to pay a ransom of $5 million so we could get our pipeline back open. Really?
Yeah, I mean, what is going on in the national security in the Biden administration right now? None of this kind of stuff would happen under Trump. You wouldn't see rockets being launched into Israel from Hamas. You wouldn't see all the national security issues that we're having across our country because Trump stood for safety and security of the American people and wouldn't hold themselves to terrorists. Yet you're seeing our entire country collapse. The southern border is collapsed. We're going to bring illegal immigrants, including terrorists, in. You have the things that are going on in Israel with rockets being launched. All these terrible things are happening in our country. It's because of the Biden administration's lack of leadership.
Greg, I know you got to get back to work there. My final question to you is going to be about the ultimatum given by our dictator-in-chief last week. Your thoughts on you got to take the prick or keep the mask on. Really, Mr. President?
Yeah, again, since when is the federal government going to tell you how to run your health care and tell you what shots you need to take, how you need to do it, when you have a mask, when you don't have a mask? And he says last week that you don't have to wear a mask if you're vaccinated, indoors, all of this, yet he hasn't repealed the federal mandate on wearing a mask when you travel. So I just flew up here from my district to Washington, and we still were forced to wear it in the airport. We still forced to wear it on the plane, despite the fact of people may be vaccinated or not. So we want to do things for show, but not for science.
Yeah, I've got antibodies. I had the Rona 2 months ago. I don't need to wear your mask or get your shot. That should be my choice. And what the hell happened to HIPAA laws? Congressman Greg Steube from Florida, the great state of Florida, with a great governor, by the way. Thank you so much, Congressman, for sticking up, standing up. Get more than 32 folks to sign that letter, will you, and get our Capitol back open. Appreciate it.
Amen.
Yep.
Thanks for having me.
You take care.